NewGenGamers.com.
This is River Raid. River Raid's a rather simple game. Pretty much fly forward and shoot everything in your way.
Much like many games at the time. But
Yeah.
this adds another level of depth where you've got to continue getting fuel as you go, because if you don't, you will run out of fuel and die.
See, that's one thing that Activision really brought to the table, is they added that one little extra thing to make the game more interesting.
Yep, just like Sequest that we just looked at, having to get
the divers.
Yeah, your divers, and having to get your air filled back up. So it wasn't just the same gameplay mechanics till your score flipped or you died. You know, there is a little bit of variety within what you're doing. And
that's why Activision games still stand the test of time today. If you hear people playing a lot of Atari games, they're most likely going to be Activision games. Because those were what made the system awesome, was the creativity that Activision put into their titles.
We see which company's still around.
Yeah. Even, well, with Atari taking all those losses lately.
Atari's around, but they're
not really Atari. They're Infogrames.
It's a name, yeah. And the name has not done Infogrames very well. So there's River Raid.
It's challenging. I will admit, even after all these years, it's challenging.
See, that one predates Sequest. It was 82. Sequest was 83. So, I mean, they just, for those couple years, they strung out a ton of great titles.
Now, that leads us kind of to the crash. I mean, this was the point where everything just kind of fell apart. I mean, too much crap was on the market. Too many ET-like games were being produced.
Now here's some not crap.
This actually was post-dating the crash. It was originally set for 83, and there might have been a limited release, but this version that I have right here was for the Atari 2600 Junior release. So this actually came out in 88, which they were trying to push these games to a new audience, basically the NES audience. And they did a fairly good job with some of these. I mean, especially given it as a budget console. But
Q*bert's great.
Yeah, Q*bert was a fun puzzle game. You want to try this? I suck at this game.
No, that's okay. Now, did Atari create Q*bert, or who created Q*bert? I see on the cartridge there, it says Parker Brothers did the publishing.
I truthfully can't remember. Actually, I think Sony owns the rights to that now. I don't know who had it back in the day, but maybe Atari created it. It was an arcade game, but I cannot remember for the life of me who created it. We're gonna search this. Because we want to have this information. Did I get a double death? So you really had to angle your shots here. You went the wrong direction, just slightly. You'd fall off the edge. And sometimes these 2600 controllers were kind of the bane of this game. So who created Qbert?
Okay, this is Ron back again, and we have found out that Qbert was created by Gottlieb, I'm going to say Gottlieb.
The pinball company?
The pinball company that I've never heard of. Started in 1927, and they went through a whole slew of shit where Columbia Pictures bought them. Columbia Pictures was bought by Coca-Cola, and you know, one of these type of deals. But this was one of the few video game gems that came out of that company. So
that's just strange.
That's a strange game. So
okay,
what other game has an asterisk in the name?
That's true.
Or a Q for that matter.
I've got another.
Atari introduces the Woman of the Year, Ms. Pac-Man. With a style of entertainment that Pac-Man never knew, an endless supply of floating goodies, oranges, pretzels, 4 different screens, each with different exits and entrances, and the green screen so difficult to reach, you may never see it again.
Don't you know I'm more than Pac-Man with a bow?
Reach for Ms. Pac-Man.
Reach for Atari.
NewGenGamers.com.